segment I'll be uploading to my Daily Motion channel, as well Minds.com. I haven't even walked through the Minds.com site. I opened up an account there a month or two ago, but I haven't done anything with it other than upload my Earth banner and my avatar. And of course, I'll be uploading this segment to my YouTube channels. I am Dominic Santora, and welcome to my world, which is located right smack in the center of the universe. Yes, here in Santora's world, I do not care what letter you have in front of your name, as long as you are of center. Left of center, right of center, it doesn't matter, as long as you are of center. And when it comes to religion and gods and goddesses, I don't care what you believe. Myself, I'm an atheist. But I don't care what you believe as long as you have 1 foot grounded in reality that is of center. Left of center, right of center, I don't care. And if you want to be a Muslim, that's fine too. But be advised, until your religion as a whole does a 360-degree reformation, I'll side with the Christians and the Jews. And this is coming from a guy who never had a positive experience with religion. But at least with the Christians, they're not calling for the death of all non-believers, and Jesus didn't marry a 9-year-old. Spare me the Crusades and the Inquisition, and that was hundreds of years ago, and since then Christianity had a reformation. Islam needs to do the same. Then maybe an Islamic feminist won't be so oxymoronic. Now really, you feminists crack me up. You bitch and moan about a non-existent rape culture in the West, yet you embrace a religion which is a rape culture. I mean, really, take a look at Sweden. Sweden is destined to be an Islamic state in just a few years, and it has become the rape capital of the West. I do have a link in my description box on this topic. Your rape culture is weaved into the fabric of the religion of Islam, a religion which many feminists have embraced. This is one of the many reasons why many women are no longer identifying as feminists. And speaking of identity, I think it's only fair I tell you that I identify myself as a road sign reading "slippery when wet." Really, social justice, whether we're talking feminism or Black Lives Matter or some kind of identity crisis, you guys are off the yellow brick road, laid out in the field of poppies, as the Green Witch has the slippers and Toto, Dorothy is being gang-banged by the flying monkeys, the Tin Man is being melted down and recycled, the lion is being skinned as we speak, and the straw man is being fed to the cows. Everything is a form of rape. Everything is a form of systematic racism. The white race is evil. So shameful to be white. We are all homophobic. We are all Islamic phobic. Okay, I'm going to meet you halfway on this. Because a phobia is an overwhelming fear of something that is really no threat. Homosexuals are not a threat. So yeah, you can say some people out there are homophobic. On the other hand, we have every reason to take Islam as a serious threat until Islam cleans up its act, i.e. reformation. It's not just the terrorism. The burqa has to go along with the hijab. I mean, really, you want to talk about the ultimate form of possession? Of being somebody's property? Nobody but the husband can look upon the woman. As well, men in general are weak and cannot control themselves. At least not without the help of an improbable God imposing ridiculous laws on people. And the men have to dump their religious uniforms as well. And I say the same thing with the Jews and their silly outfits, the Dalai Lama, the Pope. I mean, really, put on a suit, guys. Catch up with the times. But getting back to Islam, this is not a phobia. Islam is a threat. So there, I met you halfway when it comes to phobias. That's called being of center. There's no center with social justice. You must agree with every word of their doctrine, period. That's not what democracy looks like or sounds like, so please Stop your phony democratic chants. You clowns haven't a clue what democracy is. Democracy is about the individual and individual freedoms. Social justice is the Borg ship. They are the Terminator. It is all about the collective, and individualism dies. Oh, forgive me, I did leave out a phobia. Transphobia. The funny thing is, there are transgenders who would be considered transphobic. That is until they find out they are transgender, then they become a sellout. So if you're not inconvenienced by the truth that there are only two genders, you're transphobic. If you believe there are more than two genders, then you're just another special snowflake. I have no problem with real transgenders. As for all you non-binary transistorized radio frequency special little snowflakes, sometimes you can be entertaining, but most of the time you're just annoying. And if you want to call me transphobic, hey, knock yourselves out. You don't even know your ass from a hole in the ground. Literally. No, really, you guys are clueless as to who or what you are. You're mindlessly crawling the planet's face. Insects of the human race. Lost in time, and lost in space, and meaning. Meaning. Yeah, you snowflakes are in your own special time warp. Have I triggered you yet, fucktarts? That was a rhetorical question. It doesn't take much to trigger a special snowflake. To be honest with you, you're too easy. No challenge. And now you're upset about Donald Trump being president. The funny thing is, Donald Trump is just like you guys. He's a special snowflake. Now, really, who else but a special snowflake would complain about an election which he won? He's upset over the popular vote. He's upset that not everybody likes him. Poor little Donald. So he's calling voter fraud. He wants an investigation. Donald, that is Mr. President. Those popular votes which Hillary got more of than you are irrelevant. Because we don't go by the popular vote. We go by an electoral college. And it's been that way for over 2 centuries. And it has served us well. It doesn't matter that you're not the popular choice. Fuck the pop culture. You won. I came across this meme the other day which read, "The people who think Trump is a Christian are the same people who believe Obama is a Muslim." Yeah, he got the conspiracy theorist vote. The Alex Jones crowd. I listen to Alex Jones. I listen to everybody, at least to a certain degree. For instance, I take the mainstream news in 20 to 30-minute intervals. And that includes Fox. Fox News is part of the mainstream. I know Fox tries its best to distance itself from the mainstream, but they are part of that corporate-driven mainstream. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't lie about it. But whether I listen for 20 to 30 minutes or longer, the point is I listen. I jump from here to there, plucking out those kernels of truth. And the truth is, you social justice nimrods are as delusional as the creationists. You act just like the creationists when it comes to reality. You reject it. Yeah, systematic racism is too complicated for it to happen on its own. God did it. Even us humans are too dumb to come up with it ourselves. Not without the help of a supreme being. God did it. Social justice seems to be the new religion for the far-left, bleeding-heart, commie anarchists. And unfortunately, at least for social justice, the majority of my fellow Americans had enough of this new religion. I really didn't have a horse in this race. Mine was a protest vote. I voted Libertarian, which is the equivalent of voting for Mickey Mouse. And voting Libertarian was easier than writing in Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I call that kind of thinking a logical laziness. With all that said, as a whole, I'm not batting 1,000 when it comes to elections. We've all voted for losing candidates from time to time. Most of us don't go ballistic over it. Really, the left has taken that leap of faith right off the cliff and is splattered onto the rocks below and being picked off by the seagulls. I mean, really, they called Trump a Nazi, yet it was the left which had their night of broken glass. I'm just going to sit back for the next 4 years and see how things unfold. But like it or not, Donald Trump is president. You can march up and down the streets all day long chanting Donald Trump has got to go. He's not going anywhere. And I'm tired of hearing about the Russians hacking into servers and influencing or rigging the election. Let's go over this real quick. There is no evidence the Russians hacked into our electoral system. No evidence they manipulated election numbers. All they got hold of was a bunch of embarrassing emails. And Hillary Clinton, with all that experience and able to handle any situation, even at 3 a.m, could not deal with those embarrassing emails. The Russians had nothing to do with Hillary losing. It's all on her. I spent the last 8 years on the side of the left against conservatives trying to delegitimize not only Obama's presidency, but his own existence. A lot of it was racist. You would think the Democrats would rise above that. What was it Michelle Obama said? Every time they hit low, we hit high. They have not even hit mid-range. Really, you guys and girls need to get over it. Donald Trump is the legitimate president of the United States of America, period. Let us now move along. Because sometimes hitting high when they hit low is knowing when to shut the fuck up. And it's about time for me to shut up for now. Thanks for stopping by and for tuning in. And until we talk again, I want you all to be well and enjoy life.